What's going on, guys? My name is Sebastian Stratman. I hope you guys are having a great day and will continue having one. I've got some big news, and if you guys have been following my TikTok, then you know how rough this has been. But I'm about to tell you the story of repairing my G. I got the G about a little over a month ago, and I realized as soon as I got it that it had a lot of issues. But I wasn't gonna give up on it. I didn't want to. I saved up and decided I was going to do all these repairs. So I ordered the entire timing chain kit as well as some Burke high flow catalytic converters. Those are the two things that I thought I'd need. So I did need the timing chain. I did need the cats. The cats are actually coming in at the beginning of next month. They have to be made and everything, and Burke's is kind of like that, but that's fine. The catalytic converter isn't going to change anything. But here is the story of where I went into Nissan for a timing kit and found a million other things. So first, when I was doing the timing, when we were doing the timing kit, they realized that it didn't come with gaskets. So that was the first thing. When we went to diagnose my AC, we found that it needed a blower motor, and those aren't cheap. Getting more into it, we found that I also needed a drive belt and tensioner. We went ahead and replaced those as well. Not that bad. I mean, the belt and tensioner was probably the least expensive thing on this list. The biggest thing was probably the passenger side valve cover. That was craziness. It was so much going into that. Valve covers are insanely expensive. Plus, I had to do the boots, the sparks, and the injectors as well because they were all coated in oil, and I had no idea. We also ended up replacing most of the hoses there because a lot of them were really frail and brittle and actually cracked when we were taking them off. Every gasket in that engine has now been replaced. There's probably a list of like 23 gaskets on my RO, which is insane, but I'm glad we got it done. There's not going to be any leaks anytime soon, so I'm really happy about that. My technician that I had working on the vehicle, he told me that while we were at it, we could do the power steering pump. It was going out, it was making that really loud hissing noise. So we went ahead and replaced that. It sounds much better now. It's still like getting in the groove and wearing in, and that's just kind of how they are. But here in the next couple of days, I imagine it to be such a quiet car, and it really is already super quiet. And then as soon as you rev it, you feel the power. You hear it. It's so amazing. I'm so excited. We did every service friggin' imaginable on this car because I didn't know what the previous owner did, and obviously he didn't know what he was doing, or I wouldn't have to do all these things. So we did the trans flush, the power steering flush as well, brake flush, coolant flush, rear diff service, and I also did some BG services for fuel injection and the MOA, which is something that we put in after we do the oil change just to extend the life of the engine as well. It just does a few different things if you want to look that up. We did the, oh yeah, this is another one. We did the water pump. The water pump was a nice little hit too. I'm really glad we got that taken care of because that's actually confirmed by the technician that works at Nissan, that I was leaking out of the water pump coolant. While I was at it, I figured just instead of having to go all the way back in there, we went ahead and replaced the thermostat and gasket as well. We replaced either all fuses or most fuses just because they all were looking pretty old, so we just went ahead and did that for us. But how it really just kept going was like every time I got into the shop, it was something else. At first it was just the kit and the gaskets, and then it was the thermostat, and then after that we've figured out that I didn't even need my compression lines that I bought, and it was actually my blower motor, and it was misdiagnosed by another dealership. Once we started taking off the timing cover and everything, you have to take off the valve cover to get to that. We found all the oil on top of everything, and we were so lucky. I am so lucky that we caught that beforehand before it got worse, because it's not something visible. You won't see it drip. It's underneath everything. So my spark plugs were absolutely corroded. My boots were completely soaked in oil. as well as the injectors. I'll bring up the pictures there. Going more and more into it, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up so quickly. I needed more hoses, more hoses, more hoses, more gaskets, and that just kept adding up. It took a week because we had to wait for all these parts to get in. My car was just sitting in the shop for so long. Oh, we also did an oil change while we're at it. But this is some of the videos and the short like run through of what happened. I couldn't record every moment. I'm a service advisor and I was trying to work as a service advisor and kind of help out on my car at the same time. But in this case, I was able to pay the technician his hours that he needed for the week, and I was able to get my car fixed, which was great. So I was able to sell him more hours while he was already working on my car that already had him 20 hours there. So it was great. It all worked out for the best, and I love the way it's sounding, the way it works. My steering is so good. I can feel like I can drift now and not be scared. I didn't understand how people drift, but now I get it. My steering was really fucking bad. My power steering pump was really going out. So here's the videos. Crazy. Oh, sorry.
Passenger side, nothing.
Okay. She's almost put back together. Oh man. Right, I just got her back and I'm so excited. I already heard it, but oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad to be back in. Oh, I missed you. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness! This makes me so happy. It took a week to do everything, and every time I got into the shop, my guy was telling me that I needed another part, and another part, and another part. It was a lot of expense, but oh my goodness, it's so worth it. I love it so much. It means the world to me. So glad to have Gengar back, and she's in really good shape. Probably the cleanest engine in Utah right now, to be honest. I don't know who else has rebuilt their engine lately. I'm so happy. I've got her back, man. It's amazing. I love it so much. It sounds so great. No leaks. No leaks. Oh man. Now we just gotta replace this bumper. Got drywall screws holding it up. Do some other fun stuff to it. Oh man, I'm so excited.